Let's begin in the 17th Congressional District. That's the one we're following very closely with Congressman Lawler and his challenger, former Congressman Jones. I'm sorry, we're going to go over to New York 4 here because these are fresh numbers. I was just communicating with our Eileen LaPalmer in Nassau County, and we have Laura Gillen ahead by 11,000 votes in her attempt to unseat Congressman D'Esposito. This is most of the vote in Nassau County. So this is quite a ways in, about 52% according to this estimate. But we're hearing these are the most immediate and current numbers that we're going to get from Nassau County, and about a 6 percentage point lead. The polls had been sliding in Gillen's direction. And then let's go ahead and, you're talking about this, Dan?
Let's talk about this short time, because this is one of those key races, Henry, that all eyes were on. This as one of the potential to flip right now. People were saying in recent weeks, because of some controversies with D'Esposito, it could go in Gillen's favor. Could that controversy have hurt him a bit, even though it hasn't been called just yet?
Well, this was a district that President Biden won handily, and Democrats were frankly stunned to lose it 2 years ago to Congressman D'Esposito. So there was some built-in advantage to Democrats to begin with. And then you had a redistricting process after a legal battle that gave Gillen, or whoever the Democrat was running, even more of a little bit of an advantage. And then you had the controversies around who Congressman D'Esposito was hiring. So all of that just became a lot for the congressman to overcome. I mean, he's still, in theory, within striking distance, but as a sitting incumbent, down 6 points with a lion's share of the vote in, not a good situation for Congressman D'Esposito, a very good situation for Laura Gillen.
Yeah, especially with the polling in the last couple of days that had shown Gillen ahead.
This is reflective of the polling is not always reflective of reality, but so far we are seeing it play out in this particular race.
Okay, what do you got next?
Well, I think we're going to go head over to New York 18, guys. Is that what's happening? Yeah. So this is the debate I moderated. We had Pat Ryan, former military intelligence officer, against Allison Esposito. New York voters likely remember her from her run for lieutenant governor with Lee Zeldin. Yeah. He's got a big lead here, only 26% of the vote in. But you mentioned the polling in recent weeks. Really, after our debate, what we saw is a widening gap with Congressman Ryan developing more and more momentum that appears to be playing out in the early results. I don't have the county-by-county breakdown here. This is kind of the, the second layer of suburbs, Ulster County, a little bit of Dutchess County, so on in New York 18. But a good start for Congressman Ryan. This certainly, because we're talking about sort of a far suburb of New York City, a good sign for Vice President Harris when you're talking about like the outer reaches of Montgomery County outside Philadelphia, which will be very key to her. This reflective of that. This is very good news, not just from the Democrats' House standpoint, but from a Vice President Harris standpoint.
But this is not one of those ones that we would consider a flip.
No, this would be a hold. Right. This would be a hold by Democrats. So the flips that are kind of on the board based on early results right now for Democrats, Gillen in New York 4, and you have Altman in New Jersey 7. So those are sort of the preliminary flips we're seeing. Listen, New York and New Jersey, Democrats, they want more, but if they go to the West Coast with 2 of the 4 flips they need, that's a job done. They want more, Dan. Don't misunderstand me. But they would take that, push comes to shove.
Okay.
Where do we go? Oh, we're going up to Syracuse here. This is a really tough battle for Congressman Brandon Williams, who got beat up pretty hard by redistricting. John Mannion, who's served in state government for a couple of years now, former school teacher, appears to be having a wide lead here of quick math. Dan, what's the math here? 18%?
About that, yeah.
26,000 votes, 41% in. This is the Syracuse area, so we haven't covered it that much. This is another third flip possibility. In fact, it's likely the most overwhelming favorite for Democrats to flip. So right now, based on returns from about 50% of the districts, you're looking at 3 flips from the tri-state area for Democrats. Not too shabby before you get to California, and you might get one more and control of the House.
Yeah, and Governor Hochul had said, look, I want to turn 4. It sounds like she's on the way to getting the 4 that she may.
2 from her, 1 in the neighboring state.